Mankind wasn't meant to work in December. We were meant to hide from wolves, drink, and pray our autumn harvest will last us through the dark months. I mean, that's what I do. That's how I spend my winter. Just hiding and cowering and praying that I'll get it through winter. And also alcohol. Of course, lots of alcohol. I got mead for Christmas this year. Love me mead. I just realized I didn't turn my tree on. Disgraceful. That's why it's so dark. That's better. This video brought to you by my YouTube members and patrons. Thank you guys. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. Today, we are going to be returning to r/Witches vs the Patriarchy. For me right now, as of recording this, it is Boxing Day. I've just had Christmas, I've just spent a couple days with my family, and I wanted something chill. I wanted to keep the positive vibes going for today. So we are going to be taking a look at r/Witches vs Patriarchy, which is a subreddit all about occulty stuff, and also the patriarchy, conservative oppressing, like, minorities, you know, all of that stuff. You guys rock, and that's basically the premise of the subreddit. I got a new couple of tunics for Christmas this year. I got this one, which is kind of blue, and I got a green one, so you'll be seeing more of me wearing my tunics as well, so yay. Anyway, let's get into the subreddit, shall we? So this person posted their 6-year sobriety coin, which says, "From broken shards, we build a beautiful new life." I don't have a lot of people to share this with, so I thought I would share this here. And this is, first of all, an amazing job on the sobriety. Genuinely, phenomenal job on the sobriety. That's incredible. That's amazing. You are doing an awesome job. If you see this, the person who made this post, OP, if you see this video, you are doing an amazing job. Keep it up. Genuinely. Keep it up from me. Second of all, that sobriety coin is cool as hell. Just the whole design of it. I love how that looks. It's like stained glass. That's really cool. That's a really cool design. I just noticed it's got a 6 in it. I thought it was like an eye. I thought it was kind of Illuminati-esque, right? Like a triangle with the eye in it. It's a 6. It's an Illuminati, but 6. That's a really cool design. That's a really cool coin. But yeah, you're doing amazing, OP. Keep it up. It's not a race. It was March 2015. I had just come out online as transgender. Genderqueer, actually. To my shock, people approved. Hundreds of them. It was lovely. Feeling encouraged, I decided it was time to experiment. I bought makeup, lipstick, nail polish, new clothes. I put it all together in my bedroom, and I'm a monster. I fell under attack by a special cocktail of depression and gender dysphoria. You know the story. Lots of showers, lethargy, anger, isolation, anguish. It was like that for months. Luckily, I have smart friends. You should take baby steps. Baby steps? My friend is building up to transitioning. She's taking it slow. She tried doing it all at once but found it was overwhelming. First of all, duh. I had always thought gender transitions were massive undertakings, but when I broke them down into smaller pieces, I could explore on my own terms. I might try nail polish today. Feminism was a huge help. I learned beauty was far more than cosmetics. Required makeup is sexist. That my gender was mine to express how I pleased. I do love lipstick though. The results felt amazing. Why would I shave? Who cares? Woo! Then there's Alexandria. She is my heart, hand sewing my first skirt. She is my thunder, getting gay married. My rock, standing by me. Godex. Sunlight, moonlight. A friend like her is hard to find. 10 years into my transition, and this much I'll promise. Love your libraries. Study non-violence. And therapy. Sometimes you need help. Took me 4 tries and saved my life. These days, I love wearing pretty dresses. I love my hair long. I'm trans non-binary. I'm proud and exquisite. I love going at my own pace. What I learned was, some express gender one exact way, others harmonize, some transition full throttle, others don't, and it's fine if you don't. It's not a race. Love yourself and love everyone. Hell yes. I approve of this message. I approve of everything said here. It is so important to realize and remember that everybody is different. Everybody has different speeds. Everybody has different vibes, right? Whether you are cisgender, whether you are non-binary, whether you are transgender in the binary standard, whether you are anything, everybody has different vibes. Everyone has different ways of expressing expressing their identities and their genders. Everybody is different, and it takes everybody different times and speeds to express themselves in that way, right? But it's okay. It's okay to take things slow, even if you think you're going slower than other people. It is okay to experiment with things that you decide you don't like. It's okay to discover the things that you do like. It's okay to do things that aren't typically regarded as like normally feminine or masculine, depending on what you identify with. It is all okay. All of it. All of it is okay. Thumbs up from me. How I sleep after busting abortion myths all day on the internet. Hell yeah, doing the world a service. It's almost like we have literally decades of evidence that supports that access to abortions makes for better quality of life for women, and that we have actual studies and evidence that show that women being forced to come to term with pregnancies that they don't want, they end up having long-term effects on their lives' healths and the long-term effects of the children's lives and healths. We have studies for all of these things that show that abortion is only ever a good thing for communities. And this goes for every single community that has them. This has been proven consistently every single time it's been studied. Me, every time a TERF opens their mouth. So real. Absolutely accurate. Just true. Just true. You're a TERF, right? Whatever. I don't care. You do you. If you're not hurting anybody, that's the problem though, isn't it? TERFs are hurting people. They're hurting people a lot, right? And that's the thing that I don't understand. Because trans people, we don't want to do anything other than live our lives, right? I'm non-binary, for context, for anybody new here. I'm non-binary. We just want to live our fucking lives, right? My gender expression hurts nobody. The way that I identify hurts nobody. It affects no one else's life apart from maybe my partner, right? It affects no one else's life. At most, I want you to call me they, them. That's the only impact it has on your life. Being a TERF, however, that affects every trans person's life, because you know what they're trying to do? Dismantle the rights of trans people. Take away the access to healthcare that those trans people have. Take away access to public amenities that trans people have. TERFs are the epitome of not minding your fucking business. They are not trans. They don't understand what it is to be trans. And instead of listening to trans people and understanding, they go, no, how about fuck you and I take away your rights? They're like, no, rights for me. I get to express free speech. I get to do what I like. But you, because you're trans, you don't get the same rights and respect as me. How about I just don't listen to you? If you're a TERF, I'm just not gonna listen to you. And if you say anything TERFy or transphobic and you say anything else after that point, I've already tuned out. I'm not listening to anything else you have to say. Every 5 years, the richest person on the planet is thrown into a volcano. Their wealth is distributed evenly among the bottom earning 20% worldwide. Uncontacted indigenous peoples get their share in the form of land ownership, while the richest people on Earth scramble to spend their wealth before the 5 years are up. The public tilts the scales by making their least favorite magnate richer. The free market is a death sentence. The bottom 20% gain stability. Slave wages begin to seem a thing of the past, while more people have access to a dignified life. Certain luxuries become unattainable. Previously invisible people gain a voice. They can advocate for themselves. The ultra-rich shut up. Humble bragging is the only kind now. They continue to come up with ways to game the system, but the volcano knows. How did we get here? Whose is the voice of the hungry volcano? Just like the gods intended. I would read this book, in all honesty. I mean, it sounds like a great vibe anyway. I feel like this would fix a lot of problems in society. But honestly, if this was a book, I would absolutely read this book. Someone write this. Someone write this book, because I would read it. I would. If this exists, someone tell me, because I want to read this. Oh, wow, I missed. There's a third page to this, which is someone said, that's how communism works. So you were communist. A scary communist volcano. That's just not how communist works. That's not how that's not what communism is. Capitalists and capitalist Americans especially have such a brainwashed, bizarre view on what communism is and how it works that someone can make a story up about rich people being thrown into volcanoes and they're like, actually, that's just communism. I don't think you understand what communism is there, buddy. But also, if this makes me a communism, sure, f it. I'm a communist. Communism is when advocating for the rights of impoverished people and minorities. Oh no! How awful is that? No! I like to consider myself a socialist because pretty much all of the policies that I support and stand for tend to be socialist policies, and all of the policies in our modern societies that help our societies function as they should are all the socialist ones, you know? Building our roads, our hospitals, our fire forces, everything like that, right? Those are all socialist systems. Minimum wage is a socialist system, right? These are all things that benefit our communities as a whole unanimously. These are good things. Pagans would like their stolen holidays back. Honestly, yeah. I mean, I do celebrate the homunculus Frankenstein's monster that is Christmas, you know? I'm not Christian, but my mum is. My dad isn't, and I have family members who are a mix of Christian, not Christian, you know, whatever, pagan, whatever. So we kind of just, it's less of a religious celebration to us and more of a time of the year where we as a family get to be together, spend time together, and enjoy like giving each other things and just being a family, right? But it is weird how Christmas was so like stolen by Christianity, despite the fact that Jesus wasn't even born in December, right? That's a myth. Like, even if Jesus was real, like, he wasn't born in December. So it is stupid. But on top of that fact is compounded by the fact that there's this straw man that Republicans love using. That's the whole like, oh, the liberals getting triggered when I say happy Christmas instead of happy holidays. You know, we say Christmas in this house and all of that, which first of all, like, no one's getting triggered by you saying Christmas, okay? The large majority of the planet says Christmas. No one's getting offended by that. But second of all, they're saying this about a holiday that they appropriated from other religions and cultures, right? They took the winter solstice and Yuletide and other winter celebrations and appropriated them and slapped the name Christianity on them, right? But they're the ones that lose their absolute fucking gourds if you say happy holidays instead of Christmas, right? They're the ones that freak out and flip out if you don't call it Christmas, despite the fact that they stole the holiday. It's a baffling one to me. This one was just a fun mirror that this person found, and honestly, I need that mirror. I really want that mirror. The Fool is my favorite tarot card. I just relate to the Fool on a spiritual level, but I want that mirror because it's the Fool card, but it's a mirror. So you were the Fool. I want that. I want that so bad. Not specifically tarot card related, but it's D&D related, and I know that that's not the same thing at all, but something that I have that I don't know if I've ever shown off in a video, but I've had for years is in D&D. Camera focus on me. In D&D, you have something called the Deck of Many Things, which is a deck of cards, and you draw them, and the cards have different effects. And I think it's inspired by tarot cards, only it's like a magical deck that like actually causes things to happen. And a few years ago, I bought, and I haven't had many opportunities to use it in a campaign because the Deck of Many Things is actually fucked. It's so OP. But I'll show off a couple cards, an animated Deck of Many Things. So it's a Deck of Many Things, but it moves. And like, I love this thing so much. I love it so much. It's so cool. It's like 3D, which obviously you can't see on the camera, but it all animates, and it's so cool. It's so cool. I love it. This is one of my favorite ones. I kind of wanted this one tattooed at one point, but I didn't know how I would tattoo both versions. It's called Balance, and camera focus. Come on, you can do it. Oh, you were almost there, camera. You were almost there. Focus. Do it. Come on. What's it focusing on? There we go. Balance. You got like an angel and a devil. It's focusing on the background again. Why? Stop it. What are you even focusing on? Balance. There you go. Anyway, I just wanted to show that off because I think it's cool and I like it, and I don't get to use it enough. And it's kind of tarot card related. Obviously, it isn't tarot cards, and I am very aware of that fact, but it's like inspired by them, and I just think it's really cool. Anyway, back to the video. So here we just have a selection of anti-ice like comics and artworks, like Resist, and it's Doom. He's got a guy and he's got flowers and he's surrounded by ice. Hell yeah. This one doesn't have a background, but icebreakers again. Hell yeah, love that. They got Resist on the back of their jacket again. And then finally, We got this community does not need ice. And once again, do I have anything more to say than hell yeah? Absolutely not. Do I need to say anything more than hell yeah? Absolutely not. Ice. You can turn off religious Reddit ads. This is a PSA to everybody watching this video. You should all do this. I know I am going to. Gonna guess 95% of you know this already, but for the other 5% like myself, I was blundering around in my Reddit settings and found that you can turn off certain types of advertising. Alcohol, dieting, parenting, religion, and maybe 2 others. Don't know when this was introduced. I simply went to settings and scrolled down on my phone. I hope this means an end to the constant barrage of a certain ad campaign. Not sure what I'll get in its stead. Happy scrolling, my witches. Much love. Edit, I've been corrected. It's settings, account settings for your username, then scroll down. Sorry and thank you. So yeah, if you go to Reddit, go to account settings and scroll down, you can turn off certain ads, including religious ads. You should hopefully stop getting barraged by freaking religious MAGA ads that you never wanted to see and never subscribed to. I hope this helps anybody watching this, and I hope that Reddit stops making as much money off of these kinds of ads because people start disabling them. Good. I take super hot showers to practice burning in hell. You know? Sure. So I actually have a funny little tidbit of information that might be gender affirming for some people out there. So speaking broadly, among cisgender male and female people, right? Cisgender men and women, camera focusing, really wants to focus on this cabinet for some reason. I don't know why. There's no face there, camera. There's no face there. Stop it. Stop doing that. If I move this way slightly. So for typically cisgender men and women, right? Women have a higher tolerance for high temperatures than men do. So cisgender women generally have really hot showers and cisgender men typically don't. Obviously, exceptions to this rule exist, but generally on a broad scale, like it's why people talk about like, oh, my wife has like insanely hot showers and I can't get in the shower with her, you know? Broadly, it's that. But HRT changes this. So if you are a trans man and you start taking testosterone, there is a good chance that for a lot of people, your tolerance to hot showers will decrease. So you will start taking less hot showers. And the opposite is true for trans women that start taking E. Your tolerance for hot showers increases and you start taking hotter showers. Again, exceptions to the rules. This doesn't affect everybody. Everybody's different. Even among cisgender people, everyone's different. But for a lot of people, you might notice that that's the case when you start doing HRT. And that is because typically among cis people, that's how it affects people differently. And in your transitioning, you are being affected by that more like how typically cisgender people are. Just thought that was an interesting tidbit for everyone. I think I'm losing my voice after like 2 straight days of talking with family. So no one explains why witches fly on brooms. Like they could have gone with any household object, but they choose stick. I for one would have gone with chair. Imagining cackling across a moon in a lazy boy. Feet up, black cat on your lap, no splinters, just a chill time. I would choose my one wheel. I have a one wheel and I would just be soaring through the sky, coasting along on my one wheel. I actually did look up and try and do a little bit of research into why the whole witches ride broom things came about. And it's kind of disputed and there's a few different sources and reasons given. One of them is that there were some pagan rituals around harvests and fertility that involved dancing around riding on brooms and rakes and, you know, various implements that like, you know, tools that have long handles. And that was kind of taken by Christianity because they were like, paganism is witchcraft. And they went, look, the witches fly on brooms because the pagan celebration where they dance around on brooms. Another one is that like, the broom represents Satan's penis and that they are riding on the penis of Satan, which is so stupid because in the majority of paganism and occultism and witchcraft, they don't even believe in the existence of Satan. This is one of the things that gets me, right? Is that especially throughout history, witch hunters and Christians love being like, witches are worshippers of Satan. But in like so much of paganism and Wicca and like occultism, they don't even believe in the existence of Satan, let alone worship him. It's stupid. But anyway, that's what I could find. I'm sure there are other reasons as well, but those are the main 2 that I found. Cheese magic. Seasonal recipes, plates, and pairings. Hell yeah, I need that book. I need the cheese magic book. Also, OP said that, first of all, they work in a library, which is sick. I kind of want to work in a library. Am might have to see if the library in my town/city are hiring. Second of all, because they work in a library, this book was damaged when it came in, so they got to take it home for free because it was a damaged book, which is also freaking dope. You get free books? That's dope. But it makes me think of that one page from a spell book that was like, give a woman a piece of cheese. She will be immediately charmed by your spell. I'll find the original post. It's just really funny. That's something that someone wrote. Every time you get dressed, remember, if you die, that's your ghost outfit forever. So remember, dress like a baddie, dress like you're hot, dress like you look fucking amazing, because you could die at any point, and that'll be your ghost outfit forever. Although, I don't know, I personally think that if you die, your clothes aren't like a part of you physically, right? Like, I feel like ghosts are just naked, right? Like, why do ghosts have clothes? The clothes don't die. Surely your ghost is naked, right? Right? Just me. Can ghosts get changed? Maybe ghosts get dressed. I'm thinking like, you know, Casper, all of the ghosts are naked in Casper, right? Like, I don't know. Anyway, I think that's the perfect place to end the video. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed. If you would like to support me in making more content like this, then I have a Patreon in the description down below, or equally you can click that join button on the channel to support me. It helps a lot more than you might realize, but by no means should you feel like you have to. I'm going to keep making content regardless. But a huge, massive special thank you to all of the wonderful YouTube members and patrons that do support me. All of your names are up on screen right now. It genuinely helps so much, and it genuinely means so much. So thank you to everybody that does. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.